every now and then a piece of media will come out that I won't initially kind of be interested in, but then a lot of hype will build. And because other people are kind of getting into it, I'll check it out and be surprised by how good it is. Now, that's not always the case, of course. Let me give you a couple examples. The show Severance, great show, very gripping. I really liked it. Also, Penguin. Penguin really caught me off guard. I don't watch a lot of TV or movies, so to watch those and then be pleasantly surprised, it's such a treat. Well, Elden Ring was that for me. I had never really played a From Software game before Elden Ring. I played Dark Souls 2 and died to the first NPC multiple times. And I was like, I'm done. I'm not playing any of this. I'm not playing this game anymore. And because of that, it turned me off to playing any of the other ones after that. So I never played Sekiro. I never played Bloodborne or any of the Dark Souls, Demon Souls, any of those. And so, I just never got into them. Well, when Elden Ring came out, it exploded, right? Everybody was super stoked for Elden Ring. People were streaming it and, it was just kind of blowing up. So initially I wasn't going to get into it, but I kind of got wrapped up in the hype like everybody else, ended up playing it, and I love Elden Ring. Love it. It is in my top 5 games of all time. And there's just something about it, like the lore and, the builds and the way you approach things. It's so, I don't know, it's just riveting to me. And so a lot of people, when I talk to them about Elden Ring, if they've never played it, they just don't get it. And it's like one of those things where if you have to have played it and been through that to really get it. Now, everybody feels that way about certain things, but, for me, that was Elden Ring. So today I wanted to look at this video that came up in my feed and it's called It's Just a Game, Elden Ring. And I think that the title of the video actually comes from the fact that people were just saying this about Elden Ring. And it's people who didn't really get it, because they didn't understand the hype. Maybe they didn't play the game, or they just didn't enjoy it if they did. And they say things like, oh, it's just a game. But the thing about Elden Ring is like it almost is like a movie. There's cinematics, but the lore is so deep and it's so complex, and it's just really engaging. And if you kind of dig deeper than what the game just kind of presents on the surface, then there's a lot going on. So I kind of wanted to watch this video and see somebody else's perspective, because if you've played Elden Ring and you love it as much as I did, and Shadow of the Erdtree on top of that, right? Then this video would probably make sense. I started the video, but I haven't watched the whole thing. So let's take a look. I think whoever made this video added their own music to it, or they overlaid music.
Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all.
The name's Blood. Back already.
Okay, so one thing about Elden Ring, and I didn't really know this about From Software because, again, I had never really played any of them, is like all of your characters are like waking up from something. Like I just recently beat Bloodborne and realize like, oh, it's like a cycle, right? There's kind of this theme of that in a lot of their games, apparently, where it's like a rebirth or kind of a renewal type thing. But anyway, you just kind of learned that as I went.
No matter. Lay out your arms.
Ever met someone with a taste for crab I couldn't trust? You've got a real thing here, eh? And it's only getting better.
I think that guy was in Liurnia.
You're suddenly a force to be reckoned with, eh? I've been longing to fight a warrior as accomplished as you. Give it your all, I say.
One thing I will say about like summoning the NPCs is what's cool is the NPCs aren't just like there to fight. they actually have like their own dialogue, and they have like, it seems like they have interactions with the boss that you're going to fight. Like the Dread Bale thing, like there's the whole meme, like curse you Bale. Like that became a whole meme, and that guy is just like an NPC, right? Also, when you take in the NPC, I think there's an NPC for Mesmer, right? And he's like cursing Mesmer the whole time. So what I really like about the NPC like system in this game is like, yeah, they're really just there to help you fight the boss, but they do have like these lines of dialogue, almost like interactions with the boss. So I really appreciated that about Elden Ring. Like, that they're NPCs and you could probably just kill them if you slashed them. But at the same time, like they do have more going on than just standing in town all the time, like most NPCs in a lot of games.
You are so very warm. Farewell, Lobo, my faithful wolf, my better half.
Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing.
Oh, I remember the jellyfish. Actually used it quite a bit. It was like a good, I think, like distracting summon for a lot of the bosses. Like pulling out the jellyfish and just kind of letting it, distract the bosses. And it moved around a lot, so I think that was helpful. I used Mimic Tear most of the time with Rivers of Blood. Freaking destroyed Melania with it. And yeah, so it was mostly Mimic, but I did use the jellyfish and the big like golem dude. It's been a while since I played, so I don't remember all the names, but I had that guy as well.
Deserves someone braver than myself.
Oh, okay, he summoned it.
You finally.
Oh, that's right. This was like an Easter egg.
Let's see the stars. And when the fighting is done, then you may lay me to rest. Beside Lobo, my dear wolf.
I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist.
Okay, so Alexander is probably one of the greatest characters in From Software. One, I thought the design was cool, just like these jar people that are like, I don't know, I guess like a soul that's like trapped in them. But the whole quest line for him, you've probably played it if you're watching this, but if not, then it's just so sad. But he was such an interesting character, just very unique design, but also like his whole kind of arc is very sad.
And as you can see, I'm stuck here.
I suppose I knew in my heart of hearts how kind and uncompromising you always were.
I'm glad you came, but we're fine now. Dialos fought the poacher.
Blythe became a curse that plagued Lady Rani.
I hate that his name is Blythe. Okay, I only realized this like after a long time after playing the game that they were saying Blythe. I don't know why I didn't realize it because I was watching the cutscenes. Maybe I skipped a lot of them. I don't know. I was just eager to kill stuff. But I guess it's Welsh, so that Blaidd is pronounced Blythe, and it's Welsh. So it was kind of cool to learn afterwards that was like a Welsh-inspired name.
Yet even in madness, gave himself to her. I made a great...
And I think that's also sad. His story as well, like, almost all the characters in, it seems like From Software characters are tragic, right? But that's like their whole bread and butter, which is fine. I love it. But his story is also sad because it's actually very similar to Alexander's. Like, you don't want to fight these guys, but you have to. I did go for the Ronnie ending first, so the Age of Stars. My wife wasn't super happy about it because I was marrying another woman. So yeah, but I think it's like it does seem like the ending that From Software kind of wants you to go. Maybe not, because there's like another ending that's like the default. But Age of Stars like really does seem like the appropriate ending.
Grave misjudgment. I'll catch up with you soon enough, Blythe. When I do, I only hope you'll accept my apology.
I'm heading eastward to Redmayne Castle on the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wilds. I've heard there's to be a festival held there.
Bro, those stupid birds from Caelid are so annoying. They are almost like mini bosses in and of themselves. I cannot stand those stupid birds at all. There are some enemies that are in like Elden Ring and also Bloodborne that are almost bosses in and of themselves, and it is so annoying. But I get it. Like, it's just funny.
Iron Fist Alexander hereby vow to unflinchingly brave this ordeal.
I like that it makes you red.
You are well and truly a champion.
Because you're the invader. I guess I probably noticed that, like, in the game, but now looking back, I think it's kind of cool.
Friend, I, on the other hand, nothing but a crock. One hit was all it took to crack me, and for my insides to come spilling out. After that, I hid like a coward.
The jars. Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
Then let us begin.
Dude, what I've realized that From Software gives you, like, the whole, like, all of their games are, like, tragic, right? Again, that's kind of like their bread and butter. But a lot of the options, like, for dialogue and stuff you get are also tragic. So it's like, there you got to tell him whether or not he did a good job. And I just finished Bloodborne, like I said, and like you have that opportunity to tell Ludwig whether or not his, his people that he raised up from the church were, valiant or whatever, were good people. And you can say yes or no. And if you say no, he like gets super depressed and then dies. So, yeah, just sad.
I am the great Jar Warrior. Alexander, lend me strength, O warriors. Let us become one champion together. I knew you were the stuff of champions. It was a marvelous battle. All vessels are destined to one day break. But the great Alexander lived as a warrior to his last.
Who are you?
You'd make just the manner of kind-hearted lord that I'd wish for.
My dear consort eternal.
Well, I know that you will be the one.
If you inherit the flame of frenzy, your flesh will serve as kindling. And the girl...
Oh, this is the mid cutscenes.
setting you on the righteous path of lordship, the path of the Lord of Chaos. Burn the Erd Tree to the ground and incinerate all that divides and distinguishes. Ah, may chaos take the world. May chaos take the world!
So yeah, that is such a good reminder that the games, like all of the From Software games, but just, RPGs in general, are really better than movies. And I say better because, like, obviously there's so much content in it, but it's an experience. For people who don't really play games, to look at video games and just say, oh, it's just a game, right? It's because they haven't gone through that experience. Obviously, you could say that of anything, but Elden Ring itself, like specifically, was such a just, I don't know, an entrenching experience for me. Like, I wanted to explore the world. I wanted to fight those optional bosses and go out of my way to find difficult enemies and then, get my butt kicked to them for hours and then find a way to beat them and come back and beat them because there was so much reward in it. But I don't know. At the end of the day, they're not just games. Like, they're an experience. And I think that video games in and of themselves, whether they're good or bad, there's a lot of games that have come out that weren't that great. But this video is a good reminder that there's a lot of heart and soul that go into these games. Maybe it's the studios that are making a lot of these bad decisions to kind of drag these games through the mud. But it's important to remember that there are dozens, if not hundreds of people on these teams that are striving to make something that is worth, experiencing and remembering. But I don't know. That was a cool video. It was kind of a little trip down memory lane, if you will. But that's about it. So yeah.